and welcome back to the channel, everybody. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is SuperShadow. Today, we are going to be reacting to another video that you guys have sent in. Those of you who support me on Patreon and support me through Twitch, if you guys want to be a part of the community and pick out what videos we react to at least once a week, you can go ahead and find those links down in the description below. Now, as we're doing our content Christian creator CCC reactions here, we already had done Allen Parr, but some of you guys had sent me another Allen Parr video. Now, I haven't gotten around to seeing this video because I've just had a lot going on. But speaking of which, this video that you guys sent me was called An Honest Talk About the Future of This YouTube Channel. Now, historically, the culture of YouTube is people kind of make a big dramatic title like that video when really it's like,
hey, nothing really is changing, or there's not a lot, like
they create all this big intense stuff just to say like, hey, we're still here and we're gonna provide and we're gonna do more videos. Now, I don't know if that's what Allen's doing here. Now, for context, I actually really like Allen Parr. I like a lot of what he has to say. He's a great resource, especially if you're a new believer. If you have no idea who he is, but you somehow stumbled on my channel, I'll make sure to link his down in the description below. Go and check him out. You will be blessed by it. He probably has a video answering whatever it is that you have. But let's jump into this video and react to what's going on with Allen, because I think it's a little bit more. So let's see.
Guys, this is a video that, if I'm being completely honest with you, is not a video that I ever really wanted to make and planned on making, because it's going to require me to be very vulnerable, transparent, and real with you all as I discuss candidly kind of the future of this YouTube channel and just honestly where I'm at right now.
Hang on, before we go any further, guys, let me know if you haven't seen this video yet and you're seeing this for the first time with me. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think is going on here. I don't think he's gonna, it's almost seeming like he's saying like, hey, I'm kind of burnt out, I'm done. He just crossed 1 million subscribers. For those of you who do not know or don't have the context to who Allen Parr is, he's a Christian content creator. He's made a ton of videos, just crossed 1 million not too long ago. Really solid, like I said, Bible teacher, really good on citing his sources, especially when it comes to scriptural beliefs. So all around, like I said, I enjoy his content for the most part, but let's see what's going on in his life. Guys, burnout is a real thing, especially in the content creation space.
I had this great milestone, if you will, where I passed over 1 million subscribers on this channel, and everybody was singing my praises and everybody was sending me congratulatory messages and all of that. And what should have been a really, really exciting time of celebration as we look at that milestone, it was experienced with mixed emotions, if I'm just being completely honest with you all, because unfortunately, what I started doing is I looked at the number of subscribers that I had amassed. You know, 1 million people clicked that button and said they want to subscribe. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of people. But then I allowed negativity and discouragement to kind of creep in because I started looking at my views on a lot of the videos that I was putting out at that time. And
dude, that was a pretty good video, by the way. You guys didn't see it, go check it out.
The difference, the discrepancy, if you will, between the number of people who were watching the videos and the number of people who subscribed, I allowed the enemy to just get to me, It was like, man, are my people not interested in my videos? Like, how come, you know, the majority, like 80, 90% of the people who subscribed are not interested in the content, right?
All right, let's stop right there. So yeah, he's saying that when he hit 1 million subscribers, it was met with a lot of mixed emotions. Now, I've just seen from other Christian YouTubers, or just YouTubers in general, people who are huge, who have exploded in these other big ways, reach these milestones. And for a lot of us, we think, wow, to amass 1 million subscribers on a platform, especially if you do it in a way that's God honoring, like, why wouldn't you be jumping off rooftops and shouting from the rooftops? Like, to a lot of people, you've arrived. But what we keep hearing and seeing from people's testimonies like this, as well as with someone like Ryan Trahan, who we did another video on, and his interview about how really he became a Christian by reaching some of these milestones and seeing how empty and void they were, that you spend so long chasing after these things and you put your identity and your worth so much in reaching it. And then these things don't actually satisfy the way they're supposed to. In fact, it's sounding like, from Allen's perspective, it almost was a double-edged sword where, yes, he could celebrate this huge milestone, but also was used in a negative way to impact him and his identity.
I don't know. It just seems like the majority of Christians, or at least a lot of my subscribers, just not interested in that content. And that really broke my heart, if I'm being honest, because I'm like, man, this is okay. I could do a video on Beyonce, but like, is that really what you need? in terms
Yeah.
of your spiritual growth?
Oh man.
Is that commentary on her album going to help you be a better husband, to be a better father, to be a better Christian?
Let's stop right there. It's interesting that he says that because yes, I think with YouTube, for those of you who do it and understand, we know that like the algorithm really pushes out what it thinks most people want to see. And also at the same time, it'll push out a video like the 10 last teachings of Jesus. And if people don't click on it right away, if they don't stop to like look at the thumbnail and kind of watch the first few seconds of the preview, then it kind of gets a ding negatively to show it to less people because less people are interested in it. So in a way, yes, it is speaking to both the algorithm, but also to the people who want to watch it. And yeah, talking about Beyonce is a lot more culturally of a wider net that'll grab more people's attention than say a Christian who really wants to understand, should I smoke weed or not, right? Like that's a good question, but only mature Christians are really asking that one. So yeah, so you're kind of niching down a bit, whereas Beyonce, and is Beyonce satanic, let alone, that just casts such a wide net to both Christians who want to be careful of what they're listening to. You then add in Beyonce fans who just want to defend her. You then add in those who are discernment or, you know, believe in like Illuminati and conspiracies and all that. And so you have a way wider net than any of the other ones. So I could see how, yeah, that could feel discouraging, especially when you go back to what YouTube was a few years ago, when more people, it was being used more as a search engine to answer very specific questions, where people wanted to go to YouTube to specifically find out, can Christians smoke weed or whatever it may be. And so I get that. And I understand the struggle that can have and the feel of like, man, is this what people really want nowadays?
Maybe in some ways, yes. But, you know, when I look at that content as compared to like giving you solid biblical principles for how to live the Christian life, there's no question. I think that this content over here is more valuable, but it didn't seem like many of my subscribers were really more interested in that.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. I think there's a way though, and maybe he's going to speak to this, and maybe that's part of what he's going to get to his big conclusion here he's building to, is I think there's a way though to take what all of those people want to see, right? Let's take the Beyonce thing. To me, I think the strategy there is how do I play to that algorithm and also play to those people to where, yeah, I'm going to open up with Beyonce, but I'm going to grow that from, yeah, that's going to be the starting point, the common ground that we meet on. I'm meeting you in your interests, but then I'm going to expand that to say, here's why you shouldn't just care about Beyonce in this way. For an Allen Parr fan, here's why you shouldn't just listen to what Allen Parr has to say, but actually go back and look at this, or let me give you this counter argument of what I think over here. And that way we can kind of grow that and be able to reach the same people, but give them what they really need. And
so I want to talk to you guys about the future of this channel, which is really the point of this video, and where I'm going with this. And you know, I've been on YouTube for about 8 years now. And for the past 5.5 years, guys, I have been cranking out 2 videos a week. Not just simple videos where I'm sitting behind my desk talking, like high quality, high edited, highly produced videos a week. And I need to take a step back. I need to take a step back from that. And this is what it's going to look like and why. And my prayer is, my biggest prayer is, if you're a Christian YouTuber or you're just an influencer in general, that you would really take heed and listen to the words that I'm getting ready to say, because
oh man, yeah, I want to hear what he has to say specifically to Christian content creators or influencers or creators in general. But no, did he really just say he's taking a step back? It can't be permanent, right? This has to be a, hey, I'm taking a step back for a few months. I'm going to remove myself from the scene, which totally understandable. And I think it's something we need to do regularly, that God created the Sabbath for a reason. The God who is all powerful, all knowing. One of the first things we get to learn and read about in the very opening chapters of Genesis is that he creates all of creation that we enjoy and see. And then he actually rests on the 7th day.
Who are going at the pace that I've been going at for the last 5-6 years, and it's not a healthy pace. And so I am making the decision to take a step back from YouTube. And I'll share with you in a moment what that's going to look like. But here are my 4 reasons for why I'm doing this. First and foremost, mentally, right? Mentally, what I realized was that I was allowing my part of my identity to be wrapped up in YouTube?
Oh man, I could speak to that directly when it comes to, so while we are relatively still new on YouTube, less than a year at this point, for a long time, for those who have watched the channel before, we are on Twitch for a very long time doing live streams. Now, the difference is my live streams wouldn't stay up. They'd stay up, but the culture on Twitch isn't to go back and watch a VOD on there. They're way too long. They're usually 3, 4, 5 hours. So really the way you kind of engage your community is how many people show up live and then how many subscribers you have. Now, subscribers on Twitch are different than subscribers on YouTube. Twitch just calls them followers, equivalent subscribers there. But really it's more of those who are part of like members using YouTube terms. And so subscribers are people who are paying money, $4.99 a month to be subscribed to. And I remember I'd be grinding and grinding, sometimes 7, 8, 9 hours, 10 hours a day, multiple days in the week to try to get my sub count to a place where it made sense that I was spending so much time, investing so much time, especially early in my marriage, into this when I could have been investing more into my wife. It was usually during her work hours, or it may be. And my identity got so caught up that first year in my sub count. And just like you're saying, when it was high, when it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 100, even it broke, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm actually making money. This is awesome. But then if I'd go on vacation or I'd take a day off or I wouldn't get to stream for whatever reason, and I would see those numbers drop off because people wouldn't auto renew, they were gifted subs, whatever they may be. My value and my worth felt hurt to the point where I took a break for quite some time that first year, and then even have taken breaks regularly just to refocus, because we have to remember our identity is not found in a metric. It's found in our maker.
My identity, and realize that,